Hi, I'm Chris Lotz.
Hi, I'm Pat Lotz.
With the Pat Lotz Real Estate Group. Thanks for tuning in to episode 10 of Beyond the Keys, a Pat Lotz podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for all new content moving forward. That's important because we are doing a big giveaway here in the month of May. We're giving away 2 iPads. So from May 1st to May 31st, we will have a separate video telling you how to enter, how to participate, but that is massive. 2 iPads, May, we're excited.
Yep. Thankful for our future clients and our past clients.
Yeah, so today we're talking about the top 10 reasons you should live in Michigan. We love Michigan, we're passionate about Michigan. How long have you lived in Michigan?
My whole life.
Your whole life.
Yes, I love Michigan.
So for 45 years, Pat has been here.
That's true. 45 long years.
And again, we love it. I think you need to love Michigan. You need to love multiple seasons to love Michigan.
Yep.
Number 1, though, is eating your weight in Mackinac Island fudge and taffy and the endless amounts of food. If you haven't been to Michigan, if you have never been to Michigan, if you know no one from Michigan, obviously you should come here. But if you do know anyone that has ever been here or you do live here, you have heard about Mackinac Island. What is Mackinac Island?
Mackinac Island is full of fudge and taffy.
It's a little old school. There's no cars.
No.
Bikes, horses, walking. Very, very old school. Mm-hmm. A lot of good shops, but they got their fudge and they got their taffy. And
It's a fun adventure for the family, an all-day event.
And then too, people go back time and time again. It's not even just a one-time family trip. It might, for a lot of people, it's actually like a seasonal thing. You know, every spring we go to the what's it called, the Grand Hotel, and we go to Mackinac Island, and it's just a whole thing. So
great resort, fun taking the ferry over. So yes, that's the fun of Michigan.
Yeah, it's actually 8 miles around, so you know you can rent bikes and ride that whole 8-mile path. We were there recently. We went up to Pictured Rocks in the UP on Lake Superior, and then we hit Mackinac Island on the way home, and we were there all day. We got there at 9 a.m. and we left on the last ferry at like 7 or 8 p.m. So go see Mackinac Island.
Yes.
Number 2, Oktoberfest in Frankenmuth. What's Frankenmuth?
Frankenmuth is a cute little German town, and it is full of good food and festivities and water parks.
What's the name of the Bavarian Inn?
Yeah, Bavarian Inn. Chicken dinners. You got to go for the chicken dinners at the Bavarian Inn.
Yeah.
And
we always did that for like family, like not family vacations, but little family weekend outings. And a lot of our cousins do that as well with young kids because they have a lot of family-friendly water parks or like splash parks, like little kids sprinkler parks. And we always used to do that all the time. Go up there, get a chicken dinner, go to the water parks, see our grandpa who lived in Frankenmuth and then came home back.
Yeah, and it was always fun too. They have great light shows during the holidays, horse carriage rides around the town. Just a fun place to go.
Also big for Christmas, they have that big Christmas store.
Oh, they have the big Christmas.
They have the largest Christmas store in the United States of America.
Holy cow.
I am blanking the name of it.
Begins with a B. With a B. We'll think of it before we end here.
We'll put it in the description below.
Bronner's. Yeah, Bronner's. There you go. So it's so fun.
Frankenmuth Oktoberfest, Frankenmuth Chicken Dinner, Frankenmuth Bavarian Inn, and Frankenmuth Bronner's. Number 3, Big Ten sports. Whether you're a University of Michigan fan or a Michigan State fan, you know, big in-state rivalry, but the state is very passionate about both of those teams.
Fall comes and football season is a lot of fun around here.
And I went to Central Michigan University, which was a MAC school, so Eastern, Central, and Western. And I always say, like, we did grow up University of Michigan fans. We had season tickets for years. But I like to see a state of Michigan team doing well, whether it's Eastern, Central, Western, State, or U of M. I like seeing them competing in their leagues or conferences and doing very well. But big thing in Michigan. Number 4, rooting for the Detroit Lions every Thanksgiving. And that's a key word, rooting for the Detroit Lions every Thanksgiving, not necessarily winning, but there is a huge culture here in Metro Detroit for the Lions. You know, they're not the best, but there's a huge fan base.
Thanksgiving, it's something families always do. Thanksgiving, we go to
the game, yeah. And even like around the country, like there was a long time where it was just the Lions versus the Bears. So it's just something a part of a holiday, so tangible to experiences. And I have friends that have, like you just said, have gone to that game every single year for the past 30 years.
Yep.
Something they do. 5, being able to experience the beauty of all 4 seasons. And that's very important because not every single person loves the beauty of all 4 seasons. I think you really need to love winter. You really need to love, everyone loves fall or the fall experience. Spring is spring, and summer obviously stands, by itself, but you really need to love those 4 seasons.
I love 4 seasons. How boring.
What's your favorite?
How boring to have one season. I don't know. I really like spring. It gets you a little pep in your step around here when the flowers start to bloom and the sun's shining. So spring is really nice, but the smell of fall,
I like fall.
Is lovely too.
Yeah, I like fall. We grew up on the Chain of Lakes here in Pinckney, so summer and Chain of Lakes and that culture is obviously near and dear to our hearts. And I agree with you. I kind of like them all. I like skiing, so I like winter. I love fall, not even just for football, but just like something about just fall temperature, climate, and the changing of those seasons. Summer bolt season, we've been doing it for years, and spring is spring. It gets you back up and going. So 6, always have something to do. You always have something to do outdoors. That being said, we grew up on the Chain of Lakes, so we were skiing, wakeboarding, tubing. We have, in our community specifically, and there are a lot of southeast communities that do have small ski mountains, Mount Brighton, Alpine, Mount Holly. But if you go up north, Michigan, like above Mount Pleasant area, there's a lot of good size, maybe not Rocky Mountains, but they're mountains to us, and a lot of things to do outdoors.
Yeah, snowmobiling in our community, and even on our lake, we ice skate, hockey, but in Livingston County, we have great metro parks. We have a lot of state rec areas, trails, lakes. So
I think we're spoiled actually, specifically in our community, because we have Brighton State Rec Area, Pinckney State Rec Area that overflows into Waterloo, which is kind of like Chelsea area. And then we have these metro parks. There's a lot of metro parks. There's like 30 metro parks. I didn't realize that. But we have some of the biggest ones, Kensington, Huron Meadows, Hudson Mills, to name a few. But I think that we are absolutely spoiled with the amount of trails, lakes, state public land that we can utilize, golf courses, ski mountains here locally to us as well. Like we don't have to drive very, very far to do anything that we want to do. Downhill mountain biking, out of all those metro parks and state parks as well. So you shouldn't get bored.
It's a win-win.
Yeah. 7, what's your favorite outdoor activity?
Well, I love to go boating.
Boating?
I love boating on our lake.
You were a big skier too back in the day.
I was a really good skier.
Yeah.
Well, really good, and I really loved it. So.
Yeah. 7, access to tons of delicious craft breweries. Huge culture in Detroit and Grand Rapids on the west side of the state for legacy brewing companies that have been doing it for 100+ years. So a huge culture on that. But then our community specifically, there are a few.
Yeah.
Which ones are those?
Well, I'm not a
Brewery Becker.
Yes.
Brewery Becker used to be the Pink Hotel.
The Pink Hotel.
What was the Pink Hotel? Was it a restaurant? Was it a hotel?
It was a Pink Hotel.
Pink Hotel.
Yeah.
And now it's called Brewery Becker,
and
which
it's a favorite. People love to go there, have the fires going, and have conversation around it. I'm not much of a beer gal, but it sure sounds good right about now.
Yeah, the patio is awesome. Like she said, the propane fire pits. It's a massive, it probably doubles your square footage to have that outdoor patio space, downtown Brighton, so accessibility is an all-time high. And it's just got history. It's a cool old building.
Yeah.
So craft breweries, and I think that doesn't matter what communities you go to, even here in Livingston County, you can do somewhat of a brewery tour, but if you go to Grand Rapids, you can do like a 20 brewery tour. So if you like beer, come to Michigan. 8, Cherry Festival in Traverse City. I think that we have, I thought it was the largest export of cherries in the country or the world. Seasonally, recently, the temperature, I think, changes that agricultural opportunity. So then I think that the next producing is Japan. But Traverse City, Michigan, largest exporter of cherries.
I did not know that, but we sure do appreciate those cherries. And the neat thing is that you go there during the cherry festival. That's a lot of fun, but you can always order in from Traverse City, chocolate covered cherries, all these great things. Every Christmas I get a cherry salsa from a family member, and
from Traverse City.
From Traverse City, and it's so delicious.
And there's, I think it's a Wednesday to Sunday event, or maybe a whole week event. There's 150 activities. It includes there's a 5K. I think I've ran that 5K or 10K. Turtle races, pie eating contest. 150 family-filled fun from Wednesday to Sunday. Something you gotta check out.
Us Michiganders know how to have fun.
Yeah. 9, the gorgeous Northern Lights on a clear night in the UP. Have you ever seen the Northern Lights?
I have not seen them.
I have not seen them either, but we have heard a lot of people seasonally see the Northern Lights, and it's I think one of the only places there, somewhere in Minnesota and obviously Alaska, are the only few. Minnesota and the UP are one of the only places in the lower 48 that you can actually see the Northern Lights.
I know your dad has, so. Yeah.
I've been to Picture Rocks on the north side of the UP, the Upper Peninsula, on Lake Superior, and just that alone, if we would have stayed any longer and into the night, we would have seen the Northern Lights. But there's a lot of great, speaking of it outdoors, the amount of not wonders of the world, but wonders of nature that are in the United States of America. We have a lot of them in Michigan. So, Northern Lights, Michigan, come for the cherry festivals, Frankenmuth, beer, and the Northern Lights. 10, last but not least, long summer days spent out on the lake. And it doesn't matter if it's an inland lake. I think we have over 11,000 inland lakes, but we also have the Great Lakes.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter where you are, what lake you're on, what boat you have. It could be Lake St. Clair, Lake Huron, Lake Erie. Lake Erie is a little bit further south. Lake Superior or Lake Michigan, or 11,000 of the inland lakes. You can enjoy all day long.
Yeah, just the smell of summer. The bonfires at night, cooking s'mores. It's just, we've lived on a lake. You were raised on a lake. It's just not anything that you can explain.
Yeah. To put into perspective too, and this is not including the inland lakes, but Michigan has more coastline than all of Alaska, and Michigan has more coastline than all of the western side of the country, everywhere from Oregon down to California.
Very cool. Well, I know that we'll never run out of water. So.
And 129 lighthouses in Michigan. How many have you seen?
I don't know. Probably.
Too many to count.
40.
Too many to count. 40. That's a good number. I was going to say 35, 40, something like that.
Yeah, they're really cool too. So it's fun to do a tour and get pictures of them. So I got to finish my tour.
Yeah. So come visit us in Michigan if you're not here and if you're already here and you haven't tried some of these things, go try them and comment below. Some of your favorite things about your communities.
Oh, we'd love to hear.
Yeah, wherever you are in the state of Michigan, wherever you are in the country, comment below some of your favorite things about your community and why you love living there. We'd love to hear. Yeah. So I'm Chris Lotz.
I'm Pat Lotz.
With the Pat Lotz Real Estate Group. Again, thanks for tuning in to episode 10 of Beyond the Keys, a Pat Lotz podcast. Live local, buy local, use local. And as always, there's lots of love in Livingston County.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to use those like, comment, and share buttons below, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Pat Lotz Real Estate for more helpful home buying and selling tips. Want a free comparable market analysis? Scan that QR code on your screen or visit our website at www.patlotz.com and fill out the request form. There's lots to love in Livingston County.